Here's my professional development plan for EDTC 627. My first goal is to effectively seek professional development opportunities to enhance my knowledge of special education supports to ultimately add ideas to my classroom and turnkey effective teaching strategies to my peers. That is a big undertaking. I know what you're thinking. How am I going to do that? Well, first things first, I want to identify specific things that I want to learn that will have an impact on my students. The one thing that I'm thinking about doing is learning about different co-teaching strategies and models to better impact my students in my ICS classes. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to research in-person and virtual professional development opportunities. Since COVID, there are a lot more opportunities online, and I plan on looking at both options so that I'm not leaving any stone unturned. Then I'm going to choose at least two professional development events and attend them. Again, those events will either be in person or online or a mix between the two. After that, I'm going to integrate the tools learned during the professional development sessions to my classes. After doing that, I'm going to then turnkey information from the PD sessions to my colleagues. The one thing that, like I mentioned before, my district is really focusing on this year at the middle school level is co-teaching strategies. In the past, I haven't had any issues with co-teaching per se, but a lot of people complain that co-teachers are not really doing anything except making the accommodations and modifications for their students. And I think that we need to be doing much more than just making accommodations and modifications for lessons. And I think that what we're doing needs to be uniform across all of our ICS classes. I want to be the one to be the model teacher of this new initiative. My second goal is to effectively learn about various authoring tools and software to create and share engaging lessons for my students. How am I going to do this? This one is a bit more complex than the first goal. First, I need to research three different types of software authoring tools. There are the types that you download directly to your device, or there are the type that you can that are web-based. I'm going to research and then pick the best platform to create a lesson. The lesson that I'm going to be choosing is going to be something that is aligned with our current curriculum, and I want to make sure that the idea for the lesson is engaging for my students. Doesn't make any sense to do something that is not going to engage the learner. After developing an idea for the lesson, I'm going to create a digital prototype for the lesson. The goal is to find something in the gamification world so that the content is engaging for my students. After I develop my prototype, I'm going to share it with my colleagues for feedback. They're the ones who know the curriculum the best and know our student population. After sharing the prototype, I'm going to make any necessary changes for the final lesson. Um, I don't think that there will be many changes that need to happen, but in any back um, coding that needs to be changed, I'll fix that and then finalize the program so that it can ultimately be shared with our students. It's always been a dream of mine to create something for my students to effectively learn different things that I'm teaching. I've always taught with some sort of supporting software. I've taught Read 180 for a number of years with the supporting software for that. I've also worked on Dreamscape with my students and Prodigy ELA. And it's always been my dream to make something similar for my students to learn. And this is the perfect opportunity for that. Thank you.